Come on.
Let's see what there is to see.
Enemy's jump drive is open. Damn it! They're hitting us hard, sir!
Take out those ships.
Drive truck on a commission.
One contact lost. They know we're here.
There's no going back now. Report to the operations center immediately.
Docking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
Screwed up, sir. Bogey in my sights, and I just fumbled the controls.
Let's put an end to this pirate stuff once and for all. I hate to be the one who let that happen away. After all this sneaking around,
We can speak
finally
after the
bringing
briefing.
fight to them.
At
They
ease.
started this war.
My God. Is that it? Is that Crix's legacy? Amazing. Ensign, take this and enter it into the data core analyzer.
I'm on it, sir.
You see, Lieutenant? I told you he wouldn't let us down.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. Encrypted or not, it's quite a lot of money to be carrying around. The temptation must have been excruciating.
Just want to do the right thing.
You came through.
Now, on to other more pressing matters.
We received confirmation that the fleet ships were scouts sent to probe our defenses. Unfortunately, one of them jumped away before you arrived.
Which means that Delgado will have the Crimson Fleet prepping defenses of its own.
Hit him where it hurts.
That's the plan. Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind explaining our strategy.
Yes, sir. The Vigilance is equipped with the latest in hyper-resistant shielding, making it the only ship that can safely approach the key. The catch is that the key has access to 3 orbital defensive batteries that can fire electromagnetic energy. One hit, and we lose those fancy shields. Our mission is to take out those batteries. In fact, I'll be personally leading the assault on Battery Alpha. I need you to be my support.
Sadly, we didn't get as much support for this mission as I would have liked. There just wasn't enough evidence gathered.
We weren't able to convince MAS to lend us additional squadrons. They feel like they've That means we'll have to take out all...
It's unfortunate, yes. But we wouldn't be here if I didn't believe you could...
We've also given you a call sign, Renegade, to help coordinate our...
Once those batteries are destroyed, you board the key and bring Delgado to justice. You won't come quietly. You do what you have to do.
Consider it done.
I knew we could count on your support. Well, this is it. After years of planning, it all comes down to this moment. All my hopes and my best wishes go with you. Good luck.
If you have any last-minute questions. Good. The more you find... That's a hell of a story. I still can't believe Crix ended up all that wealth. Any other fragments? Okay, fine. We're almost at the end of this damn thing.
Alrighty.
Damn fleet scouts popped up right when you jumped in.
Acknowledged. Free and clear. Imagine how solemn that must have felt. We're here, Cap.
All right, Alpha Squad. Follow Renegade's lead. Take out that battery.
Who needs shields, right? We just won't get hit.
Heading up!
In the back, took out their grab drive. Nailed their shields are down. We got them, Cap.
Get those pirates off the Renegade.
Can't skip the system with a fried grab drive, huh?
Enemies are down. Take a shot at that battery. One down, 2 to go. All ships jump to beta. Renegade, on your mark. Move it! Put the fire on beta!
Direct hit. Hit you.
They got the grab drive!
They don't call me the Angel of Death for nothing.
Damn it! They got the battery! That takes care of beta. But let's clean up these stragglers.
Target's jump
You
system
guys
down.
didn't join the no shields club. Guess you weren't leaving your
Jump
shields, right?
capability.
You lose. Stay in formation. Keep those targets in sight.
Enemy's minus
You've
one
taken
grab
down
drive.
their shields.
Someone get these system ships off!
You've blown out their grab drive.
Beta's down. Last battery is still active. All ships jump to battery gamma. Go!
Let's do this.
One more. Focus, Renegade. You can do this.
Get your good grab drive out of commission.
It's pride.
that loot. Let's go to the key.
Wait, something's wrong. Where's the damn vigilance?
Lose something, Toft? Ava's dealing with your flagship as we speak. I wouldn't expect backup anytime soon. Gives me plenty of time to blow your ships out of the void. All right, fleet. Triple share to whoever takes the traitor down.
All ships, defensive formations.
You are done, Rook. You crossed the fleet. You are done.
Oh, enemy craft drive out.
Target has lost its engines. Enemy's grav drive out of
Target
commission.
shields are no more.
I'm going to pull Crimson's legacy from the records of your ship. You hear me, traitor?
Ramps down. Do or die.
Offensive maneuvers.
You guys get to join the No Shields Club.
Commander of the UC Vigilance. Surrender and prepare to be boarded. Damn it, Diva. I needed more time.
Back to cut their craft drive.
Keep the fires up, Lieutenant.
Oh, poor little ship's missing its ship.
All Crimson Fleet ships destroyed. System, secure that perimeter. I want any stragglers rounded up for trial. Renegade, it's all up to you now. Moving.
Yeah, first I gotta get some loot. So yeah, I lost access to the key, obviously. But now when I do other missions and there's Crimson Fleet there, I shouldn't have to worry about getting bounties on my head because I was killing Crimson Fleet. Of course, I could be wrong too, but this playthrough I'll just get rid of Crimson Fleet. That's all I'm going to do for now. Get a save in.
Found you, traitor.
Hello everyone, I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Criggs. Good evening, Mr. Criggs.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then crowd jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on freighters and deep space?
Sorry, Jazz.
So are we to assume that you're taking the leap? That Jasper Criggs is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gail. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Coming through the depot! Then let's light them up!
Elutra! No!
Damn it! You're gonna pay for that!
shooting!
Hold the line! It's your lucky day. You get to die.
Sorry about that, friends.
So, tell us about Jasper Cricks's version of the Crimson Scar.
All I can tell you is that under my guidance, the Crimson Scar became more influential than every other syndicate combined. Here I was, 22 years old, and I had power, people that followed my orders, and an endless stream of credits. Gale, I have to tell you, I was having the time of my life.
So you'd consider extortion, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, assault, and murder to be positive life influences?
No. I'd consider them as just means to an end. Those so-called crimes were merely stepping stones until I had enough wealth to buy the Crimson Scar a few spacecraft.
Yes, let's talk about that. It appears you weren't satisfied with terrorizing New Atlantis alone.
Oh, I've never stopped reaching, Gale. The amount of money we were making in New Atlantis was decent, but the really big scores were in space, on the cargo ships. We're talking millions of credits, maybe more. Who the hell could count it all?
Most people assume this is when the UC decided to actively set up a task force to pursue the Crimson Scar.
That's correct. Idiots in charge of the United Colonies were clearly embarrassed that they had allowed the Crimson Scar to make the jump into space. They sent ships after us. Lots of ships. I almost think that they enjoy starting wars.
Perhaps this was the first time you had finally reached too far.
You could say that. I count my time running the Crimson Scar as a learning experience. I wouldn't say I reached too far. I'd say I reached too fast. Didn't cover all my bases, made some stupid mistakes. One thing's for certain, though. When I was finally arrested and thrown into the lock, I had plenty to think about.
Did that not open the door? Hey, it's this one.
You did this to me. I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this, I didn't see it coming. Not in the slightest. And now because of you, my bomb's been activated. Which means I'm as good as dead.
If your bomb has been already activated, why are you still alive?
Simple. If I step 1 foot outside of this room, I'll explode, and that'll be that. So either I wait here until I starve to death, or I walk away and end it all. It's the Crimson Fleet's idea of punishment.
You asked for the bomb in your
You're
chest.
right, I did. But I never thought I'd be staring the reason. I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your... Look me in the eye.
This is ironic coming from someone who does dishonest things for a living.
Do I really need to explain this to you? There's quite a Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay. So why don't you just get out of...
Whatever it takes, I'll do whatever it takes to deactivate the bomb.
After everything I just said, I must be a complete fool. Because even though it makes no sense, I believe you. The only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer and operations. You'll probably need his ID to get in. I don't know why you're helping me, but I...
Where did your stellar rise to infamy begin?
In the streets of New Atlantis. No parents, no godparents. Just a homeless punk kid robbing whoever he could for the credits.
Were these violent crimes? Murders?
I'm a bit offended you even asked that question, Gail. Sure, a few people here and there walked away with injuries, but I'm not some kind of butcher.
That doesn't sound as heartless as your reputation would imply.
Well, like I said, I was just a kid.
Were you ever caught by the authorities in New Atlantis?
Oh, dozens of times. I'd just give them a fake name, or they just slap me on the wrist and send me on my way. They obviously didn't think that I'd amount to anything, and didn't want to waste their time with rehabilitation.
Change that. Was it the robbery in 2218?
2218? Oh, yeah. The Galbank archives. Very good, Gil. I see you've done your research. That would be when I rounded up a few of my buddies and we knocked the place over. Made off with a ton of credits. My first big score.
Is that why the Crimson Scar decided to bring you into their ranks?
That's right. They brought me in, taught me the ropes, and I did crimes for them for 5 years. Till I decided I wanted more. I got rid of their leader, put myself in his place, and started running the show. I've been the one in charge ever since.
Was it absolutely necessary to cut his throat and leave the body on a public street in the well?
On the street, reputation is everything. I wanted everyone in the city to know that Jasper Cricks was taking over. I think they got the message.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm home?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
That's right, I gotta go down and get that other slate.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job. Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds. And they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you. In front of everyone. Do you understand?
I understand. You have my word.
Brutal. Oops. I got excited.
Now!
Here we go.
Tell us about your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the wheel.
For our listeners' benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Voli that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC Security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway, they took us in and tossed us into the lock. That lovely resort they opened on Suvorov.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gale. But I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Is there any particular reason that you started the riots that eventually led to the worst prison break in United Colonies history?
Yes. I'm quite proud of that, actually. I honestly didn't think it would go as well as it did. As for the reason, well, it's simple. The UC were treating us like animals. The conditions in the lock were ridiculously bad and no one cared. That's why they stuck us on that ice ball in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind.
Your escape caused the deaths of many that were stationed at the lock. Some would brand that as a bit dismissive for what you're describing as a protest. If you were simply advocating for your fellow inmates, why didn't you just go through the proper channels?
And what the hell was I supposed to do? Send a strongly worded letter to my duly appointed representative? Wake up. The UC only responds to actions, not words. In my mind, there was no other choice. You know what? Let's move past my time at the lock.
Came back to finish the job personally?
You know, I always see the mission to the
I
very
don't
end.
know who the hell you are anymore. I thought I did, but clearly, I was wrong. What the hell happened to you? You had Krix's legacy in your hands, and you gave it away. For what? For honor? Justice?
Did the right thing.
Yeah? And why the hell does Sistef get to determine what is right and what is wrong? You know, when we were on Suvorov, I saw the potential for you to become a badass pirate. One of the best. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? That this was some kind of elaborate game you have been playing? No. No way. For once in your life, be honest with me. Admit that you were tempted.
Of course I was tempted.
Well, it is obvious that no matter what I say, I have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, let's see how far that looks. And spend the rest of my life.
I know you looked out for me when I was with the fleet. This is my way of looking out for you.
So you noticed. And yeah, believe me, keeping people from burying a knife in your back wasn't easy. Fine, you win. Standing down the reactors. With the legacy gone, we're dead. But before you have Ikande lock me up, I'm gonna leave you with some parting words. Whether you know it or not, you're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. One of these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell to tell you I told you so. Go! You've taken everything else from me. The least you can do is give me a moment of peace.
Tell us about your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us
Came back to finish the job person. Talk sense into me? What the hell? Looking out for number. You know. And now you for once. Well, it is obvious that no matter... I have already locked down the... Let's see how... Ikande must be so... a noble...
lockdown mode has been rescinded.
Heck yeah.
Tell us what the future holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes. Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just say that I'm on the brink of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, the others have to wait and see.
If you aren't willing to discuss the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Simple. I refuse to allow the UC to spin or bury the story, making it sound like they're in complete control of the situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, they aren't.
Why does the Crimson Fleet need to make this mysterious move that you're being so evasive about?
I know SysDef instructed you to draw this meeting out as long as possible. So let me sum this up. I intend to make sure that the Crimson Fleet becomes the United Colony's worst nightmare. And nothing, I mean nothing in this universe, will stop me from achieving that goal.
There are those that would disagree with you and claim this interview is grandstanding, or worse, a recruitment tool. After all, SSNN reaches every corner of the settled system, and your aspirations could inspire the directionless to turn to the fleet.
You and the sheep that listen to your garbage can believe whatever the hell you want. If you were so worried about what I had to say, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be brought here.
I wonder what my reward is going to be for doing all of this. Could have had a lot of money.
So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully. So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per
Yes.
our deal...
I will tell them you will come peacefully.
Hello.
Or at least I'll get weapons back in them again. I swear Is that an infinite weapon glitch? You just exit and come back 500 times? They do, don't they? That's hilarious.
Seals are good, air pressure good. Hey, we're docked.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part. A lot of heroes on this. Great job.
What that mouth do?
Howdy.
You have permission to speak freely. I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado is confirmed dead, but Shinya Voss has been detained and taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there?
Exhausted.
I can understand that. The dual life you are leading must have been incredibly stressful.
Honestly, I have no idea how you kept it all together.
Well, let me let you in on a bit of a surprise. Something I've been working on for a while. I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit.
That 250.
Don't thank me yet. If it had been completely up to me, you'd get a lot more than they're giving you.
Now that you're rich and famous, maybe you'll still remember us little people, huh?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
Be an honor.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow... Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. Wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
Yep, 250K.
The mission boards have been pretty active as of late. It's a
I
good
looked it
reminder
up.
the fleet are still out there. Once news of the fleet's demise. Well done. So, I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson Fleet, anything else? All right. Keep up the good work. Let me know if you need anything else.
$606K right now. Holy crap. Unfortunately, a lot of that is probably going to go towards me adding stuff to my ship or to a random ship or building a ship. So I can get my ship starship design.
Word is you pulled the rug right out from under those pirates. Serves them right.
So I can get my starship design up.
Battle in the history slates.
heavy. Now what? Well, I am going to do what is called the neon loop and sell a lot of crap to a lot of these vendors here. Anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate everyone watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button.
We can take it
and right now, I will talk to you later. See you in the next episode.